On today's show, no questions, just a Thanksgiving special. Let's go.
Consult an advisor or conduct your own due diligence when making financial decisions. General principles discussed during this program do not constitute personal advice. This program is furnished by Dentist Advisors, a registered investment advisor.
Welcome to Dentist Money's 2 cents, where we help dentists navigate all the noise. I'm Matt.
I'm Lauren.
I'm Jake.
I'm Will.
And I'm Rabih.
Yeah, you are. I love our panel discussions. Just like go through like 18 people. It's awesome. Welcome, guys, to the Thanksgiving 2 cent special. How we feeling?
Fantastic.
Thankful.
Great.
Feeling thankful? There we go. I like it. Rabih, how you feeling?
Great. I'm high on all the sugar from the pies.
Do we want to tell, we already recorded one today, but do we want to tell the people what you had for breakfast on this Thanksgiving special?
Yeah, this week, my breakfast option has been pumpkin pie with vanilla ice cream. And it's, 1 week a year. It's fine. But
Wait, hold up. You didn't tell me this. So it's every day this week?
probably a couple.
Okay.
It's amazing.
I didn't know it was every day. Like now we got to get like serious about this.
I
Robbie.
do not eat sugar in my day-to-day, except when it's like Christmas and
Thanksgiving week.
So I go all in.
Okay. Well, you're starting us off hot with the Thanksgiving takes. I like this. Let's start first, since today's 2 cents, and we would be remiss if we did not give the people at least an update of sorts. Rabih, let's start with any updates you want to give before we jump into the Thanksgiving discussion.
Yeah, Matt, don't come at me for my sugar level if you're not looking at the market lately, because it's just going up and down, up and down.
Okay, you need the sugar to manage the volatility. I get it.
Yes, or we need to cut the sugar away from the market for a while. Honestly, since the last 2 weeks, nothing much has been happening. The Michael Berry NVIDIA Palantir drama is still unfolding. No major details. It's noise in there. The MicroStrategy Bitcoin trade is still unwinding. Bitcoin is at 87K right now. Still no major information over here, except as the looming fact that they might delist MicroStrategy, which is the largest purchaser of Bitcoin. So we do not know how that will impact what Bitcoin price is. But I think the most important one that we need to look at is the Federal Reserve meeting. The probability, Matt, has moved up back to an 80% of a cut, and this is where all the volatility is coming from. The probability of the cut has been moving up and down, but we, as of recording this, we're at 82% of a cut. The Federal Reserve is meeting on December 10th. So if you're listening to this on this the Saturday after Thanksgiving, probably in 10 days. So for the next 10 days, it's just going to be noise until the Federal Reserve meets. And then we will not be getting meaningful economic data that we haven't received since the beginning of the shutdown until like mid-December. So December 16th is when we're going to get the November jobs. So there's going to be a long while before we get any meaningful data that moves the economy, that is beyond noise and is an actual signal. So in the meantime, people should just chill, right?
Yeah.
And the market should chill too.
Holiday season, just hang out.
Are you pro rate cut, Rabih? Is that what you want?
What I want, here's where the economy stands and why we think lowering interest rates could be beneficial in this intermediate term. And intermediate, I mean like in the next 6 months. Having unemployment stabilize at the 4.4, 4.3 level, and still seeing stuff like retail sales have dropped this month compared to previous month. The people's consumer confidence level are still diluted. And the mere facts that the Federal Reserve has been saying we are at a restrictive level and we want to go back to a neutral level, I think it's in the benefit of the US economy to cut interest rates to get to that neutral level. I'm not saying cut interest rate to a point where you're overstimulating and creating bubbles, but go back to the neutral. So a quarter basis point, whether it happens this December or it happens in January, is probably in the right direction. And I think the market overall agrees with that. They are pricing a very high probability. So 82% probability that it happens by December, but we're talking about a 90% that it happens by January. I think we're all agreed. It's not a controversial take to say we want a little bit lower interest rates.
So the summary there is everyone just needs to chill.
Everyone needs to chill. I did
Chill
get
out.
some information. about US sectors for you guys, just to, test you really quick. And I didn't share it with you on purpose, just for fun. What do you think is the best performing sector this year in the US stock market?
Fetch. I don't know. I have no clue. I
Rabih.
don't even know if I have a guess. Because the way you're saying it makes me think that it's not going to be something
Look
obvious.
at that wry smile Rabih has.
I'm enjoying this so much because this is like a very trick question because it's technology, guys.
I was going to say,
come on. It's been technology for a couple of months.
I was honestly, obviously text the obvious answer. I was going to throw healthcare out there just because I was like, only because of the way you were looking, like your little smile. I was like, he's trying to trick us here.
Honestly, this is not the trick. The best performing sector is not the trick. The best performing sector has been technology with 20% year to date. And we understand why. You're talking Planetary, we're talking NVIDIA, we're talking Google, Amazon, Apple, the Max 7, which have been lifting up the market. But the second, third, fourth, and fifth kind of best performing sectors are where it is very interesting to look at. And I'm just going to name them, and you guys tell me the vibe that you get. The second best performing sector for this year is utilities with 19.5%, followed by communications at 18.7%, followed by healthcare at 16%, followed by industrial at 16%. Then you've got the S&P overall, it's 15%. Then you've got performing below the S&P, financials, energy, materials, consumer discretionary, real estate, and consumer staples. What's your first hunch before I tell you why this is very interesting from our perspective?
I have no hunch, Rabih.
No hunch?
People's power bills are going up, utilities.
No, if you zoom out and you look at categorize the sectors in terms of how cyclical they are or how defensive they are, usually sectors like utilities, healthcare, etc., those are defensive sectors. And those tend to outperform when the economy is going through a slowdown or we're in a recession. So if you exclude tech from the whole scenario and you look at the list and their ranking, you'd say, oh, this is a year where the economy was taking a hit, where it was slowing down. Like, this is what it shows. And this is what we're saying, except tech, instead of it being at the bottom of the list, is at the top of the list. So honestly, if we just want to look at the performance of sectors and try to draw a larger macroeconomic image from it, we'd say, oh, the economy is slowed down, but we've got a small bubble in tech. This is what it says. This is what the stock market is telling us.
Yeah, there's a lot of talk lately of the AI tech bubble, and that seems to be persisting at this point.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other thoughts on this, guys, on the market update? Or Robbie, anything else you want to add?
No.
Feel good?
I thought you guys would be more, entertained or enjoy the. I don't know. Maybe you're getting back at me because I'm teasing you with the sectors, but here it is.
I think we're all just you were teasing us.
We're all just trying to chill out, Rabih. Just let us
just
chill
trying
out.
to chill. I think what it is everyone's just excited to get to the Thanksgiving topic.
Yeah.
But anything else, Robbie?
Oh, good.
Robbie's so mad at us right now.
I got a quick story. I had a client who was wanting to wait to invest their money at the beginning of the year because they thought that it was going to be a crazy year with, a change of president and everything going on in the world. And on a recent call, she thanked me and said, I'm really grateful that we got our money in this year. And she goes, even though it's been a crazy week, and because she kind of watches her accounts, but she just said, it just proves to you that I can think I have everything figured out and I have nothing figured out.
Oh.
Boom.
Kind of a cool little anecdote.
Okay.
I love it.
like that. Do we need, speaking of, should we do Robbie, what was the overall S&P watch? Jake and I are together. We need to, where are we at for year?
We're
15%
at
here
almost just under 15% for the year.
Okay. I think our final 2 cents for the year is going to be next week. So we're going to do a final check-in on the S&P and hope it holds for the rest of the year. So
It's like that meme, the Braveheart, where he's yelling,
hold. Yeah. Hold. Speaking of, I actually, maybe I shouldn't share this, but I actually sent that to a client once. That exact meme.
I love it. Just hold.
Yeah. Really good, friend, worked with him for a long time now. And he messaged me. This was like a year ago, I think. And there was some I can't remember what was going on, but there was some pretty major volatility. He's like, man, what should we do? And I literally just sent him back that meme. And he did. He held the line and just laughed. It was like, I was like, yeah, this is financial advice via memes. Okay, let's hit some Thanksgiving things. We'll first highlight, I think, just I want to weave in a couple of things here. So we'll talk about the cost of Thanksgiving this year. And then we can kind of I found some data here to like break it down by dish. And this is a good opportunity for us to talk about our favorite dishes for Thanksgiving. I'll start with this because Rabih, Jake, and I just recorded a podcast before this separately. And I'll start off with my hot take that Jake, I know you share, which is pumpkin pie, not my thing.
No.
Let's just start here. How do we feel about pumpkin pie? Let's go around the circle.
I love pumpkin pie. I wouldn't say it's like my world's favorite, but I do love pumpkin pie. I feel like it's
What is your favorite? What's your favorite pie?
probably banana cream.
Oh, good choice.
Like-
Do you
Coconut
have that
cream,
at Thanksgiving?
banana
Do you
cream.
have a banana cream pie?
Heck yeah.
She does
Heck
it
yeah.
like homemade banana cream pie.
Okay. Cool.
So good. Blueberry pie. A
No,
nice.
that one's out.
What?
Blueberry's good.
Okay.
Berries?
Will.
I'd probably choose almost any other pie over pumpkin
I
pie.
hate pumpkin. I don't
Me
like
neither.
pumpkin
I
anything.
I like fruit pies with ice cream, but pumpkin just like doesn't do it for me.
I'm
I
with
agree
you.
with that.
I also like
I'm
a
with
hot
you.
pie. I'm not
Yeah.
huge on cold pies. Like a warm cherry pie with some ice cream.
Yeah.
Is one of my
Warm
favorites.
apple pie. Warm
I'm
apple
good for an
pie.
apple
Yeah.
pie.
Okay.
I don't love berry.
Maybe I need to start eating pumpkin pie for breakfast, and then that would change my view on it.
That's maybe the problem. Rabih, state your case, man.
I
Make your
am
case.
going to defend all pumpkin pie lovers.
Okay, go ahead, Rabih.
I'm going to defend all pumpkin pie lovers and make the case over here. Pumpkin pie fits the season, and it's also flavorly complex. You can get a hint of cinnamon, a hint of nutmeg. You guys are laughing, but I would say I love pumpkin pie. I also love pecan pie. I love apple pie, but I
Pecan's
think
great.
the one I would eat from more than once would be pumpkin pie for me.
Clearly, you're having it every day this week.
Almost.
I like pecan, a good pecan. That also feels
good
to me
pecan pie is good.
fall, Thanksgiving, and you can only have like a small slice because it's so rich. But with some ice cream, it's fantastic. Yeah.
I
Guys,
don't think I've ever had pecan pie ever.
it's great. It's
Because
great.
everybody else's family do mincemeat. Every single year, one of my family members brings mincemeat, and not a single person likes it, but they think it's funny. And I'm like, take the time
they just take the time to make it for no one to eat.
A
Gotta
mince
love that.
pie for all of us to giggle just like a little bit and be like, haha, nice, you brought up mincemeat pie.
Thanks for wasting an hour of your day. Yeah.
Anyways, this could have been banana cream. But
Yeah. Okay, so let's go overall. So overall cost this year in 2025 of Thanksgivings. How we track this. This is actually rather confusing to me. I want to throw this out to you guys, and you guys tell me if this sounds confusing to you. So the American Farm Bureau Federation, we all know them and love them. They post every year the average cost of Thanksgiving dinner, and what they do is they break it down by a group of 10. So this is shocking to me, and I want to hear what your guys' thoughts are. The average cost in 2025 of a Thanksgiving dinner for 10, they're claiming is $55.18. In what world is my first response? But I want to hear your guys' thoughts, and I'll break down dish by
What was
dish.
it last year, Matt? Because I know we did this last year. Do you have the 2024
I do.
number?
Yes, I do.
It feels like it'd be $55 a person.
Right? In 2024, so it's actually come down slightly. In 2024, the average price, it's come down the last 4 years.
Okay.
3 years. I guess 4 years total because we're counting 2022. So record high in 2022 was $64.05.
Peak
And then
inflation.
Yep. Thanks for inflation. In 2023, it dropped to 61 and change. 2024, last year, it was at 58 and a little bit of change. And then this year, it's 55 and 18 cents. So the peak was in 2022. But I see this and I'm like,
So what constitutes the meal? What are they putting in
let me break
there?
it down.
Okay.
I'm glad you asked. First of all, I'll give you this. They give it in regions. So actually, if you break it down by region of the country, so in the West, it's the most expensive.
right.
$61.75 per 10 people in the West. In the Midwest, the South, it's the cheapest, $50 and almost exactly. In the Midwest, $54.38. And then in the Northeast, it's just over $60. So the West out here, guys, we are experiencing the most expensive
It's just
Thanksgiving.
California's.
It's all California.
Yeah.
Yeah. So here's how it's broken down. The turkey is by far number one. They are saying, according to the interweb, it is a 16-pound turkey is $21.50 this year. Will is giving us some thoughts or giving us a face.
I don't know. I guess I don't buy enough turkeys, but
don't.
it feels like it's going to be more than that. If a pack of lunch meat turkeys like $10,
Thank you.
How's the turkey costing 20?
That's what confused me too. I buy sometimes like sliced meat, and I'm like, a pound of turkey I feel like sometimes is over $10. So
You got your own.
Everyone's researching. Literally, everyone's typing on their computer right now, researching this. Okay, so 16-pound turkey. And then I guess we're going to do this. What are people's thoughts on turkey? I have a hot take.
Disgusting.
Okay, Lauren says disgusting. Jake is shaking his head.
Yep.
Rabih? Will?
My whole thing with turkey is it needs gravy, and it can't be super dry. That seems obvious, but I think good turkey is really amazing. I went to like a barbecue place with a client the other week, and they had like smoked turkey.
Yeah.
It was so amazing and delicious.
Yeah. Turkey
Matt,
done well. Turkey
Yeah.
done well is hard to do. When it is done well, it's really good, but it's hard. It's just hard to do. It's very likely it's going to be dry.
I'm here
Rabih?
for Thanksgiving brisket.
Ooh, heck yeah. Now we're talking.
That was right.
Since we already fought over pumpkin pie, and I'm not going to forgive you for a year, I'm just going to dig a deeper hole, guys. I can tell that none of you has ever cooked a turkey. I cook a turkey for the last 4 years.
That's true.
Accurate.
Okay. I have cooked the turkey for the last 4 years. I dry brine it, and usually I flatten it, spatchcock it, just because I don't like to put stuffing inside of it. And I cook it to perfection. I have 2 to 3 thermometers in there while it's cooking. And it's absolutely divine, delicious turkey.
Dark
Yeah,
meat.
baby.
The dark meat's better than the light meat. Dark meat
Agreed.
forever.
Rob,
Agreed.
you're different. You're built different, though. You do some crazy stuff.
4 non-cooks fighting with Rabih, the ultimate chef.
You bring out spatchcock, and I'm out.
This might be a hot take, and maybe I'm jumping ahead to my favorite dish, but the best part about Thanksgiving is when you combine it all onto like a sandwich on your roll.
Yep. Love it.
That's the best.
Yep. I agree. Okay, speaking of that, let's go through this. So we already said of the 55, what did I say? $55.18, $1.50, most of it being the turkey. They're projecting a 14 ounces of stuffing mix. I think this is what they don't account for, by the way. Here's the answer. They obviously are not accounting for the massive levels of overeating that is done. This is basically saying, like, if you guys were like optimizing for your health and not having 2 or 3 helpings of everything, here's what it would be. So that's probably where this comes down to. Because if anyone is out there spending $55 on their whole Thanksgiving, please let us know.
They're not doing it right.
You're not doing it right. Okay, 14 ounces of stuffing mix, $3.71. Come on, guys, stuffing.
We're going with box. Come on.
Stuffing's amazing when done well. Rabih's questioning that.
Yeah, that's a box for sure.
3 pounds of sweet potatoes, $4. I still don't know what world we're living in. I don't think that's accurate. Sweet potatoes, how are we feeling? I think it's one of the most underrated dishes of the whole thing.
Yeah,
I
great.
love sweet potatoes.
You mix it with the salty bites. It's great.
I love the whole thing. You do the sweet potatoes with a little brown sugar on top.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's like a dessert for dinner. How are we feeling? Rabih, you love it for breakfast.
I love sweet potatoes. Something that I ended up doing lately, which is a trick. If you want to put brown sugar on top, that works. If you want to elevate it, go buy candied pecans, not usual pecans. Put candied pecans on top and then throw it in there.
Yeah, it's just a dessert. We're just like putting as much sugar as we can on top of those things. That's a lot of Thanksgiving. It's like, you know what makes a turkey good? A buttload of gravy we're putting on it. You know what makes these potatoes really good? Let's put a lot of sugar and marshmallows and pecans on top
of course. Of course. Hot take. This is probably more of a Utah take than anything because I grew up with this stuff. Is the Jell-O with like the pretzel crust and the whipped cream on top.
That's just a Utah thing?
I think so. Maybe it's not. Rabih, what do you think?
I never made Jell-O for my Thanksgiving.
Okay, so I think it's mainly a Utah thing. I think it's very much a Utah thing, but it's a guilty pleasure of mine. I actually love that dish. And yeah, Jake, you're right. Thanksgiving, overeating and football. That's what it's about, I think.
Which is still going. It's still, now that I know.
The football thing is still going.
We actually have some good games on Thursday.
Cowboys, Chiefs.
Some great games. Okay, we'll bounce through this really quick. So that's talking about pie crusts. Two frozen pie crust, 3. It's assuming you're going to make your own pies. $3.37. 30 ounces of pumpkin pie mix. If you're going to make pumpkin pie, we all established it's gross. $4.16. 1 dozen dinner rolls. $3.56.
Yeah,
12.
one roll? No way.
Exactly. Come on.
No
Like,
way.
yeah.
Equal?
Let me ask you this. If you guys had to guess, I should have started with this, but if you truly had to guess for 10 people, what would in the real world, what would a dinner for 10 people on Thanksgiving cost?
I think this is a range because you could buy the frozen dinner rolls probably for I think there's all different types of quality of food. And I think it's saying, I would assume this number is the cheapest you can get it.
Yeah, I would imagine. Yep.
I mean, I would have guessed.
Which is pretty good. It's coming out to about $5 a person.
Yeah, that's
insane.
It
does. $5.50.
I think that's reasonable for someone who is trying to, where it's not an extravagant dinner.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty reasonable, actually.
Yeah, I guess it's reasonable. Yeah, maybe I'm outing myself. I see that and I'm like, dude, I think I spend it on dinner with my kids like every night.
Yeah,
basically.
But I'm a man of the people. I'm amongst the people.
You are a man of the people.
So
I agree.
I'm out there with my $5 dinners.
Oh, here it goes. It actually breaks this down. I should have gone down farther on the page. Factors influencing cost to all of your points. So location, obviously, we already hit that. The region's different. Store brand versus name brand. So a meal made with store brand ingredients is estimated to cost around $80, while a name brand meal would cost up to $95. So it's saying that it actually goes higher than that. And then prepared versus homemade, Will, to your point.
So this is a great value Thanksgiving.
Yes, this is a great.
Yeah.
I think you're right. They probably default it to like the lowest possible price. Because this is saying prepared versus homemade. They're ranging it from $40 up to $100. So $400. Sorry, $40 for a 10-person basket at Walmart, up to $100 for more comprehensive options. So you're right. I think it's more of a range type thing. So
I do think, speaking about the money part of this, I think Thanksgiving dinner is still a pretty good deal for most people. Like if you are saying, okay, everyone's in charge of one ingredient, typically, right? When you're going to Thanksgiving dinner, it's like, I am bringing something, either it's potatoes or turkey, whatever. I think most of the time as a family, you're spending what, $25 on like your ingredient. Does that seem pretty reasonable on average? So if everyone is essentially spending $25 and bringing their ingredient to the party, it's like, hey, I'm feeding my whole family and having this awesome meal for $25. I think that's a pretty good deal.
I think it's a great deal.
But then it's $200 if 10 people bring something, then it's $250 dinner.
Yes.
Yep.
So there's my point.
Yeah.
But still a good value of like, this is probably cheaper than me going out with my family to a restaurant, type of thing.
Yeah. I agree with that, Jake. I love Thanksgiving. I think it's a super underrated holiday because it leads into Christmas. And I think you all know my take on people jumping to Christmas too quickly. It's like, can we all just chill, as Rabih puts it, and just focus on Thanksgiving? Can we just take it a holiday at a time?
Can we just shop Black Friday on Tuesday before Thanksgiving and chill?
Okay, next segue here, Will. You put it perfectly. You can't talk Thanksgiving nowadays without talking Black Friday. I want to hear people's takes in general about Black Friday. I know Jake's, based on his response just there. Jake and I actually share very similar views on this, I think, but just general take on Black Friday from you guys before I dive into the numbers here. Double thumbs down for Jake and I.
Man of the people.
Man of the people.
What can I say?
Rabih, Lauren, Will, what are your thoughts on Black Friday?
I generally like being around other like large groups of people.
Well, no one does that now, right? Isn't it all online? Everyone just does their deals online.
Do it just like way early in the morning. First of all, not a morning person that much, so I'm like having to get up at like 4:00 in the morning just to stand in a cold line for like an iPhone. I'm like, couldn't be me.
Yeah,
stresses me out. It feels like it's a race to how early you can start nowadays. So like they all started launching on Sunday. I saw like a bunch of Black Friday emails.
Yep.
And then I'm always worried about like if Cyber Monday is going to have a better deal than Black Friday. So I'm like, maybe I wait.
What are you buying, Will? So Black Friday's rolling around this coming
Christmas
Friday.
Presents for children.
For the kids.
That's usually when you grab them. Yeah, because here's the thing. I bought an air fryer like a month ago. It's half off today, which is annoying and kind of made me mad, but here we are.
Yeah. So you're doing mainly kids gifts, spousal gift too?
Yeah, but I think it's a good time to get other stuff. Like if you
or
need
just
a
other
new
stuff than just regular.
I mean, if you need some household appliances or like a new vacuum, it genuinely is like a pretty good time to get it.
If you need it anyway. Yeah.
Yeah.
Rabih, any thoughts before I jump into the data for you?
Yeah, I'm in line with Will. Like, I do not have like a list of stuff that I need to buy on Black Friday, but 2 weeks ago I needed to buy myself a new laptop, and it just happened that they had the Black Friday deals very early. And I got a laptop for like 25% off, which is like $300 off. It's like, okay, this is cool. But I was going to buy the laptop anyway, whether there was a discount or not. So that's how I feel about it.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I've never participated in Black Friday. I don't think, and I'm not saying that as like a flex. It's never on my mind. I'm usually just like overeating and watching football, and I never think about Black Friday. But to Will's point and Robbie's point, it's probably the prudent thing to do. Like for things that you're going to buy anyway, it's the time to buy it. This kind of shocked me the other way. So do you guys want to throw out any? This is a survey from Deloitte. Do you guys want to throw out any guesses as to what the average spend is per consumer on Black Friday? And by the way, this is during Black Friday to Cyber Monday. So this is from November 27th to December 1st. That weekend, we're set to break a record. First time ever, we're going over $1 trillion total. But what would you guys guess is per person's or per consumer spend?
500.
Okay.
It's not going to be that high.
Really?
Like $175.
That feels wrong. I feel like
Lauren, Will?
700 something. People buying TVs out here.
$250.
$622. So I'm with you, Jake. I was shocked the other way. I was like, Thanksgiving seems way more expensive than that. And I was shocked of how high this number is for the average. So 82% of those surveyed said they plan on shopping during that weekend. This is actually kind of scary. 2/3 of those surveyed of these shoppers said they plan on using financing options for their purchases. That's not good. And then this is actually pretty surprising. 72% of Gen Z shoppers plan to shop in store compared to about half of all shoppers. So Gen Zers are saying they still want to go to the store and shop. I can't think of anything worse than going to a store during that weekend. Although I will say, I don't know how you guys, I'm a little bit older than the young pups here, as Robbie likes to point out, but I do have some very, very fond memories of childhood with Christmas time, like going to malls and shopping, and this before phone. So it's like, hey, we're going to split up and we'll meet back here if we don't see, this time. Like those are some fond memories of going to the mall. Now it sounds miserable.
Not for me.
Yeah, not for me. Okay, so that shocked you, Jake?
Yeah, I just think we need to stop buying stuff.
Yeah.
Noted.
This is not going to change it. Everyone's going to be laughing at me listening to this podcast. We just need to stop. In America, we need to stop buying things. Like your kids don't need as much things as you need. You don't need as much stuff as you need. Let's stop buying stuff. There we go.
Robbie's going to come up with the economics response, but we talked.
No, all I'm going to say, no wonder consumer discretionary is up only 4.6% this year, just because people are following Jake's advice.
But this is what I don't get. Is like everyone I talk to is so mad about inflation and prices and everything like that, but we're still spending so much of our money. Like we actually don't care how much things cost because we're just going to buy it anyway. And it's just because we've gotten down the stream, we're just buying and buying. It's like, I just don't want to hear the complaints about how tight the budgets are and where our economy's at. It's like, we're still just buying all this stuff anyway, no matter the price.
Yeah, we've talked about this all year, right?
Yeah.
It's true that inflation numbers come out, people are mad and whatever, but it's like they're not changing behavior. So I'm with you. And this time of year, especially with young kids, it is always like, man, we just don't need, like, there's so much crap you buy for kids that it's like, you're not going to remember this in a month.
Give us the counterpoint, Will. Give us argue against us there.
I don't.
For those of you that, sorry, really quick, for those of you that don't know, we're actually coming out with a new segment next year, a little teaser, literally around this, because of that's going to be highlighting our internal fights, basically, our internal discussions as a team. And this is one of them, is holiday spending. We tend to have some hot takes.
I've got a Barbie dream house sitting in the room next to me right now, and I can't wait to see my 3-year-old walk down the stairs and check it out. So it's going to be great.
There you go.
It is fun. I do remember a couple years ago, I got my daughter, she was like 3 at the time, I think. She really wanted like a fake kitchen with all the gadgets and things for the basement. And I'm with you, Will. That magic of them coming out and think,
she'll play with it twice and then it'll be,
Yeah.
The magic is forever.
Yeah. But hey, real quick, Will, you're going to appreciate this. My daughter the other morning, last weekend, we woke up and she said, Dad, I want to put on my bell dress from the Bibbidi Bop Disneyland trip. And so, or the Disney cruise. And so we're getting use out of it.
We're
getting
money
use
well
out of it.
spent.
She's money very well spent.
Memory dividends.
Exact dividends of the memory. Okay. So any other final thoughts on Black Friday? Jake says we need to stop spending money. Rabih wants to keep the economy going. Anyone else? Any other thoughts on the Black Friday? Wait, so did we establish, Will, you're going to do some shopping. Jake, no. Lauren's out. Rabih, maybe.
Yeah.
If I need to buy, then yes. If I don't, catch me at home. I'm at home watching.
I'll check it out. I'll check out the deals. See what catches my eye.
My really bad problem is I don't think about Christmas gifts that early. Like I am a classic week and a half before Christmas. Like
worst.
crap, I gotta find something.
Yeah,
I'm
but
the worst, Jake.
You can just change that and do them earlier and enjoy your Christmas season.
Yep. I could. I definitely could.
Jake's like, sounds like a good idea. I could also go to bed earlier every day, but I don't. That's so true. I'm on Santa duty this year, and I'm the same way, Jake. I'm like, I probably should be thinking about it.
I'm a terrible gift giver, so I'll just say that up front. It's not a good trait.
Yeah. The problem for Jake's loved ones is Jake projects his views on spending on things on everyone else. So then he ends up being a bad gift giver. He's like, you don't need this crap. I'm going to get you a birthday present.
Yep.
It's like, why did you buy that?
Why'd you buy that? Yeah. Okay. Let's go into the final segment here of what Thanksgiving is actually about. And at the risk of being cheesy here, guys, I really do think it is a good time to talk about just what we are grateful for from this year. This is one of the most underrated parts for me, and I think for all of us when it comes to this holiday season. It is like, jokes aside, a moment for us to kind of chill, as Rabih put it, and relax and just kind of like reflect on the year. Obviously, be with loved ones. So I would love to kind of finish up this whole kind of Thanksgiving show around just things that we're grateful for, and things that we're grateful for from this year. Here's the rules, guys. You cannot say family.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, you can't say family. We all know we're grateful for our family.
Yeah.
So you can't say family, but everything else is on the table. All the other dishes are available. Who wants to start? Do you want me to just call someone out, or do we want to? Is someone going to be voluntold? Okay, Lauren, we're going with you first. Ladies first.
Yes, I've been thinking about it a lot, and I think what I'm grateful for this year is just like resilience of like when hard things are happening and being able to like pick yourself back up. I feel like my family has had a lot of weird health things going on this year. So a little subsection of that is modern medicine as well, of being able to be healthy and do that. So I think that's my thankful, the grateful thing that I am for this year.
Love that. Will, you want to jump in?
I'm grateful for perspective. That's one that's kind of, my dad has gotten sick this year, which has been a bummer, but it's given me a pretty meaningful reset on priorities and perspective, and it's helped me be a better dad in a way and helped me be a little more patient. And sometimes you have to go through things to be able to have that perspective. And so I'm just grateful for that, for the ability to sometimes reset and realize that this life is not guaranteed or given, and it's short, and we got to make the most of it.
Yeah, love that, Will. Rabih?
Well, it's similar because I also had health family issues, so I'm grateful for that. But I would,
damn it, guys,
not to repeat myself.
No,
I'd say I'm grateful for you guys. Like I'm just trying to think about the percentage of time spent with different people, and coworkers are usually the ones you spend most time with. So I'm grateful for you to making my life like really enjoyable and easy. Like as far as coworkers go, you guys are not too
top.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I'm gonna make Jake go last, just because I'm moderating the show, but doesn't mean I'm defaulted to have to go last. Rabih stole mine. I was going to say the team. That's maybe cliche, and I think I said this last year, if I remember correctly, of this show that we did. But it is true, Rabih. I think it bears repeating. I think it is really rare to be able to work with people you actually and like you genuinely enjoy, that you genuinely would like you get together, like we have our Christmas party coming up as a team, and it's like genuinely something I look forward to like spend time with everyone. I've said this so many times, like in whatever speeches I give to the team or whatever, but this cliche of like, we're a family, like that's dumb. We're not a family. We all have our own families, but I'm genuinely grateful to work with people that I enjoy that like push me, that challenge me. Oh, Rabih, I think I just rode your coattails on that one. And then can I say too, that's also copying you guys. I think we're all having kind of the same theme. I'm also grateful for health. Will, you and I have had similar experience. I think we've all had similar experiences of loved ones that have had health issues over the years. But then I've personally had a health scare this year that is like very much put things in perspective for me. And there's that Confucius quote of a healthy man wants 1,000 things, a sick man only wants one. And that has been very, very much put to the forefront of my mind. So just grateful for health and to have a functioning body. Hopefully that continues. Jake, go ahead.
This is just great. We're slight tangent before I get into mine. Isn't this a cool thing of we just need to be nice to people? Because we went through our round robin here and everyone's kind of like, I had a hard year with this. I had a hard year with this. I had a hard year with this. And even I feel like you could just pull a broad swath of people and everyone's be like, actually I had a hard year this year with this thing. We just never know quite what people are going through. Anyway, I've been watching a documentary recently called The American Revolution.
Oh, is this Ken Burns?
This is Ken Burns. Yes.
I just heard his interview. I need to watch this. Yeah.
It's a 12-hour documentary. So it's like, buckle up. You're going to be in for a long ride. I am 6 hours through it. Halfway through.
Wait, it's not episodes? It's one.
It is. So
long...
it's 6 episodes, okay. 2 hours each. So I've done three, maybe 3.5 I was doing last night. Really
Jake,
cool.
What's
Ken
it
Burns
on, by the way?
Man. It's on the American Revolution.
No, sorry. What network? What's it? How do you watch it?
It's on PBS.
Okay. Are you watching it on Amazon or something?
Hulu. Yes, I watch on Amazon is where I watch it.
I was just making sure because I want to watch it. Okay.
It is great. Anyway, so I've just been thinking, we've been going through all of this. Really cool time, fascinating documentary. Those people are awesome. George Washington, who was the richest man kind of in Virginia at the time, he had this huge, right, Mount Vernon, the whole deal. Like the richest person in 1750 did not live nearly as good as we live today. And I just kind of keep thinking about this as like these people's day-to-day lives and what they had to deal with and the sicknesses and just the food they had to eat. Like they couldn't go down the street and get the awesome food that I can get like in 2 seconds right now.
Just have it delivered.
And I've just been thinking about overall, maybe this is general, but just like, I'm so happy to be living today, actually, like in this day and age where I have a comfy bed and cozy clothes and we have modern medicine and I get to watch football on Thanksgiving and it's really exciting. And I get to watch Stranger Things this weekend. There's like so many things to entertain me and to do. And it feels like life is so much easier than even the richest people had it a couple hundred years ago. None of us thinking about that. We tend to hate on even me sometimes of like, oh, social media is ruining all of our lives and our groceries cost a lot of money and gas prices are going high. But it's pretty awesome to live when we live today. And it's so much easier than before. And I think it's pretty cool. So I'm grateful for that.
It's a great
people.
Man of the people. It is. It's a great macro take, truly, to get some perspective. So hopefully this was helpful. We'd actually love to hear from you guys listening of things that you're grateful for, things that any Thanksgiving messages you want to share. You can do that on our Facebook group. If you'd like to share, again, we'd love to hear it. We should have probably done that before, guys. If I was being smart, I would have probably gathered that stuff beforehand, but this is how we prepare. Okay, guys, any other final words of wisdom for the people? Anything else?
The Cowboys are going to beat the Chiefs, I think.
Okay. Hot take. It's too soon for me to talk about the Cowboys right now of what happened this past weekend. It was a really, really rough weekend for me, but yeah, I don't think you're wrong.
Just when you're listening to this.
Is it in Dallas?
It's in Dallas, right?
Yeah. I think they always play in Dallas on Thanksgiving, right?
Is this episode coming out on Friday?
This will be coming out on Saturday.
Okay, so you already know, but you can, if you've gotten to this point of the podcast, just know that I predicted Cowboys are winning.
Yeah. Okay. There you go. Yeah. Cowboys making the playoffs, probably. They're making a run, possibly.
Dak and CD, let's go.
Yeah, let's go. Okay. Well, everyone, if you're still listening, you're one of the cool ones. We appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Everyone, thanks for sharing your words of wisdom and being vulnerable and sharing your things that you're grateful for. We appreciate that from you guys and everyone listening. That was our 2 cents. Hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving. Until next time, bye-bye.